All right, y'all. I wanted to talk today about some of the situations that I thought that was going to be challenging that I had to deal with within the 6 months of no alcohol. Now let's start with the first one. Going to Europe. Going to Europe by far was probably hard and challenging because you're in a new country and there's lots of booze to drink. But for me, you know what? It was challenging. I mean, we went to the Heineken experience and we did so many cool things. And I, at this point, was already probably about 2 months in with no alcohol drink or whatever, maybe even 3 months. And it was just almost to the point where it was a lifestyle. Now, the second time, I think, was probably weddings. I think going to weddings, I went to 3.5 weddings this year. And I think it was challenging, at least the first one, because I was the best man in that first wedding. Just not being able to really like drink and be around people that was drinking, I think was challenging for me a little bit. But again, this was actually within the 30 days of no alcohol. So it was a little challenging trying to go through a wedding without any alcohol whatsoever. Because I went to one wedding, I went to the second wedding, it was a little bit easier, which I was grateful for. And then I went to a third one, and then the fourth one, and then after that, at that point, you're so used to it. And then going to concerts. I love music concerts from time to time, but being able to not drink was a challenge for me. Being able to go to a couple punk shows here and there and stuff like that, sober free, actually wasn't that hard. In fact, it was way more enjoyable. And then the next day was even better because I wasn't really, hung over or anything crazy like that. So I think because I went to go see one of my favorite bands, Good Riddance, and they were playing with Lagwagon, which was amazing show. I'm sorry, they weren't playing with Lagwagon. Good Riddance was playing with, yeah, they were playing with Lagwagon, that's right, they were playing with Lagwagon. And then I also went to, was that the only show? Yeah, so that was pretty much the only show that I went to within the 6 months where I wasn't drinking. And let me tell you, it was probably my favorite show, and Lagwagon put on probably one of the best shows I've seen in a while. But other than those three things, I think just being able to go out during happy hours or go, like my family went to a wine tasting during the Thanksgiving holidays here in the States. And that was a little challenging, but not too bad though. I mean, they stayed for a good hour and a half, but it wasn't that bad. So what I've learned the most in this journey is to just sprinkle things in that kind of involves like activity outside of just sitting there. Nowadays, I like to maybe do something more outdoorish, like maybe like get the group together to maybe do like a outdoor activity where we can go hiking or go for a run or something like that. And then there's certain situations, for example, when we were in Europe, you can do like, some sightseeing, walking around, checking out different things, going to different restaurants. Checking out museums and scenery and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you can do within the day, especially when we were in Europe, that didn't really require sitting there drinking booze. And then in regards to the concert, obviously you're there to watch the concert, watch the bands perform. And again, it's just nice because, sometimes concerts go pretty late. So it's nice to be able to just get home, still, even if you're tired or whatever, wake up the next day and you're ready to rock and roll, and then, it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely a different experience, but it was a fun experience, being able to kind of remember the whole night and then just wake up the next day super refreshed. And then just going to weddings and stuff like that, I think once you get one or two under your belt where you're just chilling and you're not really, drinking or anything like that, I think the best thing that I was able to do is just, stay social, make conversations with people, not even really think about it. Because somebody told me a good point. Like, even though you're not drinking, sometimes it might feel weird for the other people that might be drinking, and then they see you not drinking. It could be weird to them too. So with my journey, I've been at least letting people know, like, hey, like, it's okay, it's fine, I'm just chilling. I usually tell people I'm just taking a day off if they don't really know my story or whatever. I just say I'm taking a day off or I'm just detoxing. And I think that's pretty much it, really. I think as I continue on with this journey, I'll probably try to come up with some cool little video ideas of my experience throughout this whole journey. But with that being said, till next time, I'll see you when I see you. Peace!